When you utilize the Tighten Set technique where you're getting that 5-second eccentric, you're gonna be able to get phenomenal results with less weight. These are the 5 best exercises to help you build bigger arms without using heavy weight. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think to grow big muscles, you have to use big weight. That's not necessarily the case. The key to growing bigger muscle is time under tension and then doing exercises using correct form. That's gonna be the key. So I'm gonna give you my 5 of my favorite exercises that I like. Now I'm gonna give you 3 tricep exercises and 2 bicep exercises. The reason I'm gonna structure it that way is because your triceps, man, make up 2/3 of your overall arm size. So you do wanna make sure that you are really working those triceps hard, especially if you wanna grow your overall arm size. Now, the key to doing these, again, I mentioned time under tension. Now, I've got a technique or a method that I use. I incorporated a whole program with Tighten sets. I incorporated that into a complete program that I built. Now, Tighten sets are typically overloaded eccentric training. Now, what does that mean? Overloading means more weight than you can normally handle, because you're putting more of an emphasis on the eccentric phase of the lift, meaning the lowering phase. Anytime you're lowering a weight, you can handle more weight than you can if you were to push the weight or lift the weight. The main difference with this version of my Tighten sets though, we're not going to overload, because the whole basic premise of this whole video that we're doing is without using heavy weight. However, we do want the Tighten concept that utilizes the eccentric phase. But what we're doing is we're gonna take 5 seconds to lower the weight. That's gonna create a ton of time under tension, and it's gonna make that light weight that you're using feel a lot heavier. So we're going to use this technique to give us maximum benefits to still grow those arms without having to use extremely heavy weight. That being said, the very first exercise we're gonna do is an overhead tricep extension. I love doing overhead extensions because you get a full stretch in the triceps. This is gonna engage that full range of motion as well. You're gonna get a full stretch at the bottom, and you're gonna take 5 seconds to lower each repetition. So you're full 5, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, slight 2-second pause at the bottom, and then go ahead and bring that weight back up to the top. Now, when you're taking the weight back to the top, it's okay to do that explosively. So you don't need to do the 5 seconds on the way back up, only with each repetition on the way down. Now, the 5-second eccentrics, I want you to shoot for 7 to 10 repetitions with each of these exercises. Now, the second exercise we're gonna do is a dumbbell skull crusher. Now, I love utilizing dumbbell skull crushers because, again, dumbbells, most of you guys have access to dumbbells at home. Some of you work out at the gym, a lot of you work out at home. Similar to the cables where you can use a resistance band to mimic that type of training. Second exercise is gonna utilize the same technique. I want you to take 5 seconds to lower the dumbbells down towards your body. 5 seconds, once you get down to the bottom, a good 2-second pause, and then bring the dumbbells right back up. So we're shifting the angle. You'll notice the first exercise, the elbows were overhead. Now this second exercise, the elbows are straight out in front of your face. So we're shifting the angle. You're not gonna get the same type of stretch, but you're still getting a good stretch, eccentric lift. All right, so those are the first 2 exercises. Now the third, we're gonna go back to the cable because I love doing that continuous tension. Again, if you don't have a cable, do this with a resistance band, but we're gonna do some tricep pushdowns. Now, same concept here, squeeze down as hard as you can. At the bottom, make sure you're contracting your triceps as hard as you can. Really flex those, like if you're trying to show them off to somebody. Flex them really hard and then take 5 seconds to lower the weights back to the starting position. All right, a good 5 seconds. Hold for 2, and then bam, knock it right back down towards the bottom. And do the same rep range for this one as well. So those are gonna be, your 3 primary tricep exercises that will allow you to pack on some size while using less weight. Now we wanna attack the biceps. So for the biceps, I really like using an incline bench here because I like getting that full stretch at the bottom. So we're gonna do some incline dumbbell curls. Now with this, I do want you to use that same Tighten technique of the 5-second lowering phase. Nice 5 seconds to lower. At the bottom, explode that weight back up. Now, when you have the weight back up, I really want you to make sure that your elbows are staying straight down towards the floor, meaning you don't want to drive your elbows forward as you're bringing the weight up. That's going to remove some of that tension from your biceps, and it's going to take some of the work away from gravity. Whereas if your elbows are still pointed down, you're going to have that gravity and that dumbbell pulling the weight back down towards the floor. So it's going to give you added resistance even though you're using less weight. So just make sure that you're using correct form when you're doing this exercise. So that's your first bicep exercise. Now the second, I like doing a close grip dumbbell curl. Now when I say close grip, that's gonna be different from everybody because a lot of it depends on the mobility you have in your shoulders, your elbows, and how big your chest may be. You may not be able to come all the way across, but some people can probably get the dumbbells to where the tips are touching. Others may need to be straight out in front of your body, but the key is utilizing a full range of motion here, nice full range on the way down, and explode the weight back up, hold that contraction at the top. Now, another version that you can do is a standard hammer curl. So basically, instead of the dumbbells, your palms facing away from your body, your palms are gonna be facing in, towards one another, like towards your body. And that's a hammer grip position. So you can work the curls with a hammer grip and you're still gonna get phenomenal work. This will actually work a different portion of your biceps as well. That's gonna help widen your bicep. Either one of those added to this workout is gonna be phenomenal. But there you have it. Those are my 5 favorite exercises. When you utilize the Tighten Set technique where you're getting that 5-second eccentric, you're gonna be able to get phenomenal results with less weight. So I hope you liked the video. Thanks so much for watching, man. And as always, get busy, get after it, and God bless.